Hollyhood Haley J and Jayme Hinshaw joining us. Welcome to Power Slap. Incredibly excited to see both of you compete June 27th in Power Slap. Hollyhood, I'm going to start with you. How excited are you to get up there and fight Jayme?
Very excited. This is my debut, and that means I got to show up and show out. She's got, the upper hand on me. I feel like she already had one, but that's okay. I'm not scared, Jayme. It's fine. One thing about me is, I just don't stay down. I'm gonna get up and continue to talk my shit. So, can I cuss on here? Let me know ahead of time.
Do whatever you want. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, good.
So I want you to be authentically you. Jayme, talk to me about how that experience is going to help you.
You know what I mean? This time we're gonna be on the undercard. So I think it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm used to I think like being on a crowd, you know what I mean? Like having a crowd. So that I think is gonna be a little bit different. I think she used to being having a crowd behind her as well. You know what I mean? So that I think is gonna be a little bit different. But no, I'm in there and I don't know.
Yeah, the crowd situation, man. Let me just throw that out there, okay? There's a lot of things that I had to sacrifice in this or not in this wrestling, but in this power slap shit. My long nails being one of them. If you know me, I have long nails. And the crowd thing, I found that out after we already, like agreed to do the fight, sign the contract. They're like, oh, there's no crowd. It's taped. I'm like, hold on, honey, because that energy, it's the same thing as going through a curtain, I could imagine. And I know that would, boom, that would just boost me up. So,
Yeah, exactly. Like my first one, I was actually lucky to have it on the live show, so I didn't have that experience. So me and you are gonna have that same experience. You know what I mean? Together. Yeah. So I ain't gonna have the upper hand on that. And like I said, we both have been in there, entertaining crowd. You know, we're in the sport of violence. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be anything too much like I have an upper hand against her or she has one against me. You know what I mean? I think we're just gonna go out there, have fun, slap the shit out of each other, and entertain the crowd. You know what I mean? Well,
That whole part.
afterwards, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to match the energy of a wrestler, Jayme. Do you feel like you're going to be up to that task to be able to match it up there on stage?
I she's probably gonna have like that type of energy, you know what I mean? The one that knows how to talk shit and
The most
you know
annoying
what I mean?
ones, the annoying little chihuahua. That's me.
That's something that I usually don't do. But I usually have my fighting speak for itself. So I think she's gonna have maybe that. Like she's gonna be more probably out there. But yeah, as soon as I get out there though, it's like a switch, different person comes out of me, you know what I mean? I do get happy. If you've seen some of my MMA fights after I've won, after I choked a bitch out, I do a little dance, you know what I mean? Whatever. So I guess you'll see whatever comes out comes out.
Mm-hmm. Haley,
Yes.
I know before we went live, you said you've been slapping bitches for years, and now you're getting
Yeah.
paid for it. Does that excite you?
It does actually, but see, here's the difference. I was like wild style out here. There was no rules. There was no you can't lift your foot. You can't, there wasn't a whole technique to this, So, um, it's different because I'm definitely gonna have to like think. Before I wasn't thinking. I was just like and trying to do damage. Now I'm like, okay, focus. All right, breathe. It's a little bit different. But same thing with like the entertaining part. Like you were asking her if I was gonna one up her on the stage, entertaining wise or whatever. And I feel like it could be different. Just like she said, she clicks into a different character. Like this is different because it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like this is an actual boom competition. It's not about the theatrics and the entertainment part. So I also feel like I might get out there and shit might be sweet at first, like get up. But as soon as she slaps my dumb ass, bro, I'm gonna be like, okay, lock in. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely gonna be different than
Yeah.
what I'm used to.
Yeah. Haley, is there more pressure going into this than there is in wrestling?
more pressure. I don't know about that. A lot of my wrestling people around me weren't too happy about me doing this. You know what I'm saying? You know, everyone wrestling has this stigma, it's fake or whatever, but we do slaps, we get slammed. And if I sat here and thought about all the things like that could go wrong in wrestling, me breaking my neck, back, arm, leg, shoulder, toe, like there's so many more things that could happen in wrestling than her slapping me in the face, you know, 3 to 5 times. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
know the injuries that come with this, so I'm more prepared versus going out there and wrestling, having to improv, you know, doing extra big stunts or whatever you want to call them, and possibly breaking a neck or my back, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah. Not pressure like that. More pressure is that everybody being like, "Oh, don't do it. You're gonna get knocked out. Oh, you're too pretty." And I'm just like, "She." That just makes me more mad. I'm like, "Oh yeah, put the chips on my shoulder. Let's see." So this is like it's a little tough man contest for me. I keep saying I'm making wrestling legit again, and then the next time somebody asks me in an interview, just like back in the old days, if somebody asks me in an interview, "Oh, is wrestling fake?" I'm like, boom, slap the shit out of them, and then my credentials will back
Mhm.
me up. You
Love it.
feel me?
Love it. Absolutely. Jimmy, for you, I mean, you've been through it once, slap fighting. How does it compare between getting ready those moments the days before and even moments before going on stage for MMA or bare knuckle versus power slap?
So different. I'm usually competing at 105 to 115 pounds. You know what I mean? So I'm
Oh,
cutting weight.
I'm trying to get thick. I'm sorry, girl.
You know what I mean? So, and like she said, it's a different wholly mindset and stuff like that. You're going out there, and we're going out literally for war, and we're going out there trying to, you know, knock each other out and put someone to sleep or break their arm or whatever. You know what I mean? And so there's always that potential of getting hurt either during fight camp, um, or in the ring. You know what I mean? And I've done both. I've gotten injured in fight camp where my bicep, you know, tore and my shoulders got fucked up. And then in a fight, I broke my arm and then had to have a steel plate in my arm. You know what I mean? So like it's totally different. Like in that aspect, it's I'm more mean, I guess you could say. Like I'm pissed off, hangry in that time as well. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I hate cardio. That's one thing that if anyone knows me, I hate that. And for fights, I have to do it. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there cussing my opponent out like this bitch is gonna pay. You know what I mean? For every time I'm having to do some type of sprints, trying to run and do anything that's, you know what I mean, like getting my cardio up and stuff like that. So yeah, it's totally different. It's don't take me wrong, like I take it serious. We still have camp, we still train. It's just a lot different. And this time I'm keep competing at 125, so I maybe, if anything, cut like a couple pounds, you know what I mean, depending on that. So I'm coming in there more happy, I guess. I don't know if that's better for her or not. You know, we'll see. But like
Mhm.
I said, as soon as they say that, you know, seconds out and I'm about to walk out those doors and onto that stage, it's a different
Game
switch. You know
on,
what I mean?
bitches.
So yeah, we'll
Mhm.
see.
Haley, weight cutting wise, have you been through it before? Do you feel comfortable with where you're at?
Hell no. I mean, I have never cut. I've been trying. It's so funny that I have to cut weight now because my whole wrestling career, which has been 5 years now, I've been trying to gain weight, and my goal is actually, like in life, to be 140. You know, good muscle, good whatever, and yeah, and originally they said 115, and I was like, oh, whoa, hold on, guys. I can't cut all that weight like healthily, you know, in this
Mhm.
amount of time that they gave me. And I was like, you know, I gotta do 125, bro. I can cut weight, but not that much. Like, hold on. I was so close to my wrestling life goal, and then they're like, nope, we're just gonna cut you down a little bit, but it's fine. It'll probably be good for me. I don't know. It's different. Once again, I've never had to do this. Cut weight. I
Mhm.
don't even know. I'm figuring all this out as I go. So
Yeah, and she's actually kind of smart. You know, if you're not familiar with cutting weight, I wouldn't suggest going and trying to cut drastically. I don't know what she's weighing, but I'm not thinking it's not too much out of 125, so maybe 15 pounds. And for someone that don't know what they're doing, sometimes that could fuck them up. So yeah.
yeah, I'm not risking it. I'm not even. I'm
You know,
tired. I
maybe,
was.
maybe she could play with it outside of competition and see if she could come down to 115. Because
Mhm.
like I said, I'm pretty small. Me and PETA, we were the first ones to actually we made history. We did 115 ever in Power Slap, and I would love to continue to do, you know, that weight division. If not, then I'm testing myself as well, you know what I mean, trying to come up in weight once again, and seeing if I can handle it. If so, then I can compete at both divisions. So yeah.
Awesome. Jayme, I'm going to start with you. What do you want to say to Haley and what you're going to bring to her come June 27th?
Oh, I'm here to bring the pain, you know what I mean? Like I'm here, as soon as she gets hit, she's gonna find out. Like she said she takes slaps before, but I know that they're a little padded. A lot of times they don't fully hit you, and
I'm talking
I'm
about the
I'm
streets, baby. I'm talking about the streets, baby.
you know, I'm out here, and like I heard her saying her crimson chin. Let's test that chin out. You know what I mean? Come
Oh yeah.
Friday, so we'll see how that handles. So
How my crimson chin is crimsoning. Okay. Okay, girl.
Same question to you, Haley.
You know, it's funny they asked me like what I thought about my opponent, and I was like, like I did my research. You know, she does her bare knuckle stuff, so obviously she's a tough girl. That's fantastic because you know I like them feisty. But what I would say is, you know, you about to learn that I'm Hollyhood Haley J, and I don't play, baby.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I love that shit. You know what I mean? So I hate that when people want to come in there and try to be so friendly and stuff like that. I love that she's gonna come in here and bring the energy.
It's all
So
funny games
it's
until
all fun
somebody
and
gets
games
fucking
until we
slapped.
get
And
in
it's like,
there and
hold on,
we.
bitch. we okay, you know, and it's not even. It's funny because just like I don't know, I grew up with two brothers, so I feel like I'm kind of tough anyways. Like I used to get thrown around by them. We used to go in the bathroom in high school and do the freaking bloody knuckles and punch each other's knuckles until they bleed. So I think this type of shit is fun. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go out there and be like, bitch, fuck you, like I don't have to get into that mentality. All I have to do is be like, boom, oh, okay, you slapping hard, okay, here we go. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm excited.
Mhm.
I'm
Well,
excited. Like I might laugh. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna react. I might get mad and be like, "Hold on, bitch!" Like I really don't know. I'm ready. Shit.
this is going to be an exciting one. You're definitely not going to want to miss it. But for the casual fan, it's a little more fun, friendly question for both of you. Why should the average fan watch and tune into this match?
Oh, who first? Because
Well,
there's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be.
say because you know I'm Hollywood Haley J. I'm already like a established, you know, somebody in the wrestling world, and then you know Netflix, whatever. So if they're interested in that, they got to be interested in seeing somebody slap me in the motherfucking face, you know. So, but I guess if they don't know me, then it's two pretty bitches slapping the shit out of each other. Like that's always fun. They're definitely gonna turn their head, and then I'm sure my dumb ass is gonna do something funny. So it's gonna be entertaining. Why not watch it? The hell, it's free.
What about you, Jayme?
Like she said, there's gonna be two hot bitches out there, you know, smacking the shit out of each other. You know, I mean that's always a good time. Who doesn't like to see that? My fans, like I said, me and her fans, they love to see violence. Who doesn't like to see violence? Someone slapping the shit out of each other? Like, come on, come tune in. Like she said, it's free, or come if you're in Vegas, come buy your tickets and come watch the show. It's gonna be a great freaking card. So yeah, tune in.
Awesome. Appreciate you both taking time out of your day to join as part of this. Look forward to meeting you both, the ladies in Las Vegas. Take care and cut weight safe if you're going to do so.
Good luck, Chuck.
All right, thanks. Have a good one.